Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great day today. So, if you followed our last 13 days of our yoga challenge, we've been focusing a lot on different body parts. So, today we're gonna dive into a full body yoga practice. And I'm gonna start to add in some flows. We call this sun salutations A and B, which means basically breath to movement. So if you haven't watched video 1 about the breath, I highly recommend you doing that. Okay, so we're gonna get started in a comfortable seated position, just like this. And again, always 2 blocks and a strap. If you don't have it, there's a link below and you could go ahead and purchase it there. If your hips are feeling a little tight today, feel free to sit on a block or 2, okay? So cross your ankles and then just rest your hands on top of your thighs. Go ahead and close your eyes and just take this moment to reflect on the past 13 days. How does your body feel? We're almost done with half the 30-day yoga challenge. So taking this moment to bring that awareness, not just physically, but how do you feel mentally? So I'm going to give you a few rounds of breath here to just check in on your own. At the same time, still focusing on your breath. Go ahead and take 2 more rounds of breath on your own. Try to relax all your muscles, especially your face muscles, sitting up nice and tall, just rooting down into your sit bones. Good. Then on your next inhale, gently blink your eyes open. Reach your arms over your head, just like mountain pose, in your upper body. As you exhale, turn to the right, open your arms. Then slightly lengthen your tailbone down towards the floor. Lift up through your side waist. Shoot energy throughout your fingertips to broaden out your collarbones. From here, place your right hand behind your lower back. Left hand on top of right thigh. Reach up through your chest, then as you exhale, twist over to the right. Use your left hand to press against your right thigh as a leverage to help you twist and deepen the stretch even more. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Keep the twist in your upper body, then just gaze past your left shoulder. Slightly drop the shoulders down, get that nice stretch in the right side of the neck area. Good. Go ahead and rewind. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, twist over to the left with straight arms. Lift your sternum, but draw your front ribs in. Root down into your sit bones, but reach the top of your head towards the sky. Inhale. Then exhale, plant your left palm, right hand on top of left thigh. Use every inhale to lengthen the spine. Every exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, pull your belly button in and up. Exhale, roll your left ribs back. Keep the twist and gaze past your right shoulder. Again, notice if you're overarching the lower back, pull the belly button in towards your lower back. Sink your tailbone down. Good. Inhale, slowly come back to center. Then cross the opposite leg on top, the non-dominant side. You're going to make sure both sit bones are firmly rooted. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. Exhale, plant your right hand down and stretch your left arm up and over. Make sure your left sit bone stays rooted. Keep your left arm straight and extended. But relax the shoulders away from the face. Peel your left shoulder slightly back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side body stretch to your left. Every inhale, see if you can find more length through your side body, all the way up towards your fingertips. As you exhale, root your right sit bone down, peel your right shoulder back. Inhale, come back to center and plant your palms in front of you. We'll meet in tabletop position. Stacking wrist underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Wait for your inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, gaze all the way up, stretch the front of your throat. As you exhale, dome your upper back, push the floor away, draw your belly in. 2 more times. Inhale, cow pose. Option to bend your elbows back as much as you need. Exhale, round your upper back. Draw your shoulder blades apart. Inhale. Exhale. Keep your palms rooted down, fingertips spread out wide. Make sure your index fingers are pointing straight forward, pressing evenly into all 10 fingertips, knuckles. Step your feet back to high plank, then straight to downward facing dog. Hips go high. Okay, so take this moment to set up your down dog. You might have to bring your hands back to shoulder width. Check out your feet, make sure they're about hip width, distance apart. Feel free to bend your knees, sink your heels down towards the floor as best as you can. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk your feet behind your wrist. Feet about hip width or outer hip width. Grab opposite elbows, relax your neck, and gaze past your legs. From here, feel free to rock your torso side to side. Make sure your lower back stays lengthened, so you're hinging from your hips. Melt your chest towards your thighs. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you need here. Without gripping into your toes, shift your weight forward into the ball mount of your foot and slightly roll your inner thighs back. Last inhale. Exhale, release your hands. Option to walk your feet together, big toes to touch, heels sliver apart. Inhale, halfway lift, either hands on top of your shins, maybe even on top of your thighs. Draw your chest forward and lean forward. As you exhale, hinge from your hips, forward folds. Relax your neck all the way down. Inhale, mountain pose, stand all the way up. Tuck your tailbone, activate your quads, engage your core. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, twist over to the right. Keep your frontal hip bone square, then just turn from your spine. Open your arms out. And again, imagine shooting energy out your fingertips. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist over to the left. Use your ribs to twist even deeper. Tuck your tailbone, keep the core engaged to support the lower back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Slightly press your hips forward, then lift your chest up. Draw your elbows slightly out. Then squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, mountain pose, arms over your head. Exhale, hinge from your hips and forward fold. So again, your lower back stays lengthened. Try to keep a flat back until you release your hands to the floor. Then relax your head all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on top of your shins or your thighs. Make sure your spine is flat. Exhale, high plank. Plant your palms, walk your feet back. Okay, so feel free to take either layers 1, 2, or 3, or even 4 in your chaturanga. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. So I'm gonna just hold in my high plank for today. You could always switch up your chaturanga as well. Let's take a deep breath in and a big breath out. We'll start our sun salutation A, moving breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Lift your belly button up. Lift away from your lower back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Wait for your inhale. Halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. High to mid plank. Then we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Reset your breath. Soften your elbows, wrap your outer triceps in. Then hug the outer triceps in towards your head. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Take your time to get there. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. I'm going to change it up here and take the full chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Few breaths here. If you need to move your feet or your hands to get readjusted in your down dog, feel free to do so. Make sure to come back to your breath. If you lost it already, that's okay. Good. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Feet together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Bend your knees first, then shift your weight into your heels. As you inhale, lift your torso, reach your arms over your head. Notice if you're arching your lower back, see if you can scoop your tailbone down, slightly creating a flat and maybe even a little roundness in the lower back. Okay, then you're gonna squeeze your inner thighs together, hug the outer hips in, draw the front ribs in, biceps next to your ears. One more breath here. Inhale, can you sink a little bit deeper? Exhale, plant your palms, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. I'm gonna take layer 2, just in case you forgot the layers. Drop to your knees, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down mid plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wait for your inhale. Lift your right leg high. Lead with your right inner thigh so you don't open up your hips. Take a peek at your right toes. Make sure they're pointing down. Firm up your right quad, then kick your heel a little higher, again without opening up your hips. As you exhale, draw your right knee into your nose, push the floor away, round your upper back, then step your right foot between your hands. If you really need to let go of one hand to step that foot forward, feel free to do so. And for those who need a few steps to get there, that's okay. Drop your left knee, inhale, crescent moon. Lift your torso, reach your arms over your head. So notice if you're just dumping your hips, see if you could slightly press your right foot into the floor and feel your belly lift up away from your right hip crease. So if you look at my right hip crease, there should be some space. You're not just dumping into that hip. Okay, so you're gonna slightly have to lift the outer hips up, lift the side waist up. Feel your legs active rather than just relaxing. Okay, then hug your inner thighs in. Last inhale. Exhale, twist to the right. Open your arms. Straight, active arms. Imagine reaching for the opposition. Shoulder stays over hips. Inhale, exalted. Right hand behind your left thigh. Reach your left arm up and over. Re-square your shoulders, opening up through the front side of your body. Notice if you're dumping into your lower back, lift up through your lower back and slightly lengthen your tailbone down. Then as you exhale, feel free to back bend just a little bit more. Last inhale. And exhale, plant your palms to frame your foot. Lift your left knee, step your right foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Layer 3 in your Chaturanga variation, you could always hold in your high plank. Then as you exhale, meet back in downward facing dog. Couple breaths here. Inhale, left leg high. Keep your leg active so you're not just relaxing the leg. Keep it controlled and stable. Then hug the inner thighs in. Exhale, low lunge. So remember that variation as you draw your knee to nose, rounding your upper back, step your left foot forward. So you want to move intentionally using your core muscles, staying strong here. Okay? Drop your right knee, inhale, crescent moon. Keep your legs active, hips are stable. Draw the belly in. Lift up through your side body. Relax the shoulders. Palms face one another. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your left. Keep your shoulders over hips. Turn from your navel. Peel your left ribs back. Open through your collarbones. Keep hugging the outer hips in. Inhale, exalted. Left hand behind your thigh. Right bicep frames your right ear. Then reach up as you inhale to find length first. Then exhale, lean your chest back. Inhale. And exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. When you pick up your left foot to step it back, try to use your core. So again, you're really pushing into your hands. Round your upper back, protracting your shoulder blades as you step back. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Let's take a few breaths here. Anytime we come back to our down dog, let's take this moment to come back to the breath. It's a great way to reset the breath. At any time throughout your practice, if you need to drop into child's pose or grab some water, feel free to do so. Last inhale. Last exhale. Good. Now flowing through our sun salutation B. Remember, each movement, each pose has its own breath. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mount chair pose, bend your knees. Lift your torso. Gaze slightly down and forward, elongating through the back of your neck. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms first, then straighten out your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Okay, I'm going to take a different layer. You could always drop to the knees, lower down all the way onto your belly. Then for your back bend, take cobra on your inhale. And exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your left knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, your choice of back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to your left. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. If you're running out of breath, just hold in your high plank. Then exhale straight to downward facing dog. Few breaths here. At any time throughout your practice, feel free to let go of your ujjayi breathing. Rather, feel free to open your mouth for your exhales. Release some heat. Last inhale here. Last exhale. Let's flow through that one more time. Breath to movement. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. There's a lot of Chaturangas in our full body yoga practice today. So again, listen to your body, listen to your breath. What do you need now? Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your left knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist to your right. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, Chaturanga. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop your right knee. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, twist. Inhale, exalted. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So if you notice, I'm changing my Chaturangas each time. So feel free to do so. Once you're near downward facing dog, let's drop to child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch, knees out wide. Sink your hips towards your heels. Hinging from your hips, fold over. Reach your arms over your head. So just take this moment to just settle back in. Take this moment to reflect how you feel in this moment here. How is your breathing? How did you do during our sun A's and sun B's? Maybe your breath was a little off. That's okay. The goal is to just bring that awareness, notice it, and then come back to it. On your next inhale, rise up back to tabletop. Then let's meet back in downward facing dog. Hips go high. All right, friends, once you're in your down dog, let's check back with our foundation. Make sure your down dog's not too short or not too wide. So shift back into your high plank, wrist underneath the shoulders. Make sure you're not locking your elbows, especially for you hyperextenders. Rather than using your joints to hold you up, put a micro bend, then use your muscles to hold you up, building strength around the small muscles around your elbows. One more breath, inhale. Then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Shorten your stance. Your feet about 6 inches away from each other. Point your left toes out and make sure left heel is grounded. Then feel free to grab your blocks here to frame your right foot for pyramid pose. Draw your right outer hip back, left hip forward, then lengthen your spine. Chest stays parallel to the floor. Hands underneath your shoulders, then hug your inner thighs in. Draw your front ribs in, reach your sternum forward. Inhale, reach your right arm high, open your chest. Keep hugging the outer hips in. Lift up through your right shoulder even higher. Reach up towards the ceiling with your fingertips. Last inhale. And exhale, plant your right palm. Bend your right knee, then lift your left leg up for standing splits. If you like, you could always walk your hands forward and keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Feel free to create a flat back. Otherwise, you could keep your hands next to your right foot and fold over your right leg, standing splits. But notice if your left hip wants to open up, roll your left outer thigh down, roll your left inner thigh up. Hip stays squared. Last inhale. Exhale, forward fold to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Rise all the way up, arms over your head. Exhale, hands to heart, Samasthiti. Taking one balancing pose here, tree pose. Really root down into your left foot. So I'm going to turn this way. Root down into your left foot. Then either place your right foot inside of your ankle, maybe up towards the inside of your calf, or you could use your hand and pick your right foot all the way up and place it inside your left inner thigh. Either keep your hands to heart or feel free to grow your tree. So anytime we're balancing, the goal here is to keep your eyes locked in one single place. So I like to kind of start off by staring at the floor and keeping my eyes locked there. The moment you start to gaze around, look around the room, or turn your head, you're gonna start to lose balance, okay? So it's all about the focus here. One more breath, inhale. Then exhale, bring your hands to heart, right knee back to center, and drop your right foot. Good. That inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, pyramid pose. Shorten your stance. Either heel to heel alignment or feet hip width distance apart. Okay, take this moment to readjust your stance. Then lift your left hip slightly up and draw your left hip back. Hug your right hip forward. Feel free to bend your left knee as much as you need, especially if those hammies are tight today. Lift your chest, reach your sternum forward, and drop your shoulders down towards your hips, inviting a lot of space between your ears and shoulders. Keep your right hand underneath your shoulder, right shoulder. Inhale, reach your left arm high. Again, see if you could twist from your rib cage, rolling the left ribs back. Hug your inner thighs in. Inhale, reach up a little higher, open your chest. Exhale, drop your left hand. Bend to your left knee first. Inhale, standing splits. Lift your right leg up. Again, keeping your hips square. So a good way to know if your hips are square, gaze at your right toes. Make sure they're pointing down rather than out. Good. Firm up your right quad. Feel free to bend through the standing knee as much as you need. Last inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Set up your tree pose on the left side. So again, sole of your left foot, inner ankle, inner calf, or all the way up towards your inner thigh. Bring your hands to heart or feel free to grow your tree. Now, the tendency is to lean towards the right, towards the knife edge of the right foot. Bring awareness into your right big toe and press into your right big toe. So there's even weight through the four corners of your feet. Then actively press your left foot into your right inner thigh. Stretch your left inner groin out towards the inside of your left knee. Relax the shoulders. Last inhale. And exhale, bring your left knee back to center, hands to heart. Then slowly release. Good. Let's come up to a standing position, arms by your side. Close your eyes and just take this moment to breathe. Inhale. Exhales. Stay here as long as you need. Otherwise, inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, shift forward into your high plank. Feel free to drop to your knees. Then let's lower down to the floor, nice and slow. With control, keep the elbows in. Once you're all the way down towards the floor, keep your hands underneath your shoulders. Draw your elbows in. Then roll your shoulder heads back to open your collarbones. Then as you inhale, lift your chest, but gaze slightly down so the back of your neck should stay long. You're not gazing up, crunching your neck. Bring awareness into the tops of your foot. Actively press your foot down, lift your kneecaps, lift your thigh. Then drag your hands back towards your hips without actually moving your hands. and feel your chest pull forward. Exhale, lower. Relax your left cheek down. Relax your arms by your side. Palms face up. And then bring your big toes to touch. Heels out. You could close your eyes. Slow down your body. Slow down your mind. Inhale, bring your chin back to center. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Again, zip tie your legs together. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your legs. Try to keep your big toes to touch, even maybe your heels to touch, to engage through the inner thighs. Roll the shoulder heads back as you reach your hands towards your heels. Last inhale. Exhale, lower. Relax your right cheek down. Arms by your side. This time, let the shoulder heads drop down, broadening through your upper back this time. Stay here as long as you need. Inhale, chin back to center. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders and rise up to tabletop. Go ahead and have a seat on your sit bone. We're gonna come up to a seated forward fold. So here as well, feel free to place a block underneath your sit bones. Bend your knees as much as you need. Really important to make sure your big toe stays touched. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall. Exhale, hinge from your hips. So remember, anytime we're folding, make sure to hinge from the hips. Inhale, reach your chest forward, lengthen your spine. Exhale, hinge from your hips, fold a little bit deeper. So again, notice if your toes are wanting to flare out. Keep your feet connected. Inhale and exhale. Once you found your edge, feel free to relax your head. This time there might be a little rounding in your upper back to mid back. That's okay, as long as your lower back is long and lengthened. Good. Inhale, slowly rise. Scoot your hips forward and let's lower down with control. So use your core to lie down on your back. Good. Keep your feet planted about hip width distance apart. Cross your right ankle on top of the left thigh. Now, if this is enough for you, feel free to stay here as you press your right knee away from your chest. Otherwise, lift your left foot and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Keep your right foot flexed to support your right knee. And then feel free to press your left thigh into your chest while you're dragging your right knee away from your chest. Drop your shoulder heads down. Ground down through your shoulder blades. Inhale. Exhale. So taking this moment to really slow down. You've already worked so hard. So this time, see if you could bring more attention to your body, relaxing your body, and relaxing your mind here. I like to close my eyes towards the end of the practice, helping me to stay tuned into my breath and in this present moment. Good. You're going to release your feet. And let's do the other side. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Lift your right foot. Interlace your fingers. Notice if you're crunching your shoulders up to your ears. Notice if they're lifting up. Keep dropping it down. If your shoulders are lifting up, that might be a sign that interlacing your fingers might be too much. So you want to keep the shoulders down towards the floor. Even lifting your feet up without interlacing behind your thigh is totally fine. Tailbone stays rooted, lower back stays grounded. Even towards the end of the practice, you're still breathing with intention. Good. Release your legs. Drop your left leg all the way down. Hug your right knee into your chest. As you inhale, squeeze your right thigh into your right arm or right armpit area. Then as you exhale, cross your right knee over your body. Scoot your hips slightly towards the right so your shoulders and hips are in line. Then tee out your right arm and feel free to gaze past your right shoulder. Notice if that right shoulder is lifting up too much. If it is, you're gonna have to kind of slightly back off. Don't worry about that knee touching the floor. Find that extension through your right arm. Last inhale here, breathe in. And then as you exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Bring your left knee into your chest, drop your right leg. Inhale. And exhale, supine twist. Scoot your hips to the left this time and drop your left knee over your body. See if you could drop both shoulder blades down towards the floor. You could always use that right hand as a leverage to press against your thigh. Drop your left knee down. Last inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, come back to center. Neutralize your spine. And let's drop your legs, drop your arms. Come into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Take a few moments to settle in. Then close your eyes. Take this moment to let go of your practice, even let go of your day. Then let go of the future. Whatever you're planning to do after this, let go of that. Just taking this moment to relax the body and the mind because you deserve it. Stay here as long as you need. But if you're ready to move on, feel free to have a seat. And let's bring your hands to heart. Let's take a couple of breaths here to close out the practice. Breathe in. Let it go. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring your thumbs to your third eye. And exhale, we bow. Namaste. Good job, yogis. This was your first full body yoga practice. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. Next, or for our day 15th, we're gonna get more into the restorative. It is halfway done, so just taking the next practice to slow it down. You've been working so hard the past couple of weeks. All right, see you guys again. Thank you.